Welcome back. We're picking up on today's video exactly where we left off on the last one, and if I open my inventory, you can see the absolute haul that I have in front of us. And all of these beautiful items we have in front of us here come courtesy of the Storm King and all of the loot that he dropped when we defeated him in our last video. And if you haven't seen that one yet, be sure to check it out because it's an absolute banger. But in the end of that one, of course, we did end up defeating the Storm King for the first time in our solo survival expert mode series. And today we're continuing to explore the brand new Storm Chasers update in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey to put all of these brand new tools and runes along with just everything else that we have not talked about yet to the test. Because while I feel like I've been playing this update a bunch, there's still so much to talk about here on the channel. So if you want to stay up to date on everything brand new in the game, then be sure to subscribe to the channel. There's not much time left before we hit 1 million subscribers. And if you want to say you were here before 1 mil, you guys know what to do. Thank you so much for the recent support. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think of the Storm Chasers update. It's been a few days now, and I've personally been having an absolute blast. It feels like a new game, to be honest with you. The whole crafting menu, obviously this brand new legendary forge, which we're obviously about to check out in a second, along with all of the new resources, ways to upgrade, and of course all of the new enemies. It's just so much fun in my opinion. Anyway, drop a like, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into it. And today's adventure starts with me confessing that I have a problem. And I know what you might be thinking, Kaz, how do you have any problems? You literally just defeated the Storm King and you have the best items in the game. What could possibly be wrong? And to that, what I have to say is that all of the tools that I have in my possession right now, even the ones in these chests, have the same reoccurring issue. And it's if I open them and hover over their enchantments, you can see that they are not the best upgrades that I could possibly have. And I mean, not even close. Look at this one. It's probably the best out of all of them. And as you can see, it literally has Berserk 2 on it. That ain't gonna cut it. When I took down the Storm King in yesterday's video, the Storm King gave me about 400 essence. So we're gonna go ahead and craft some new tools, take them over to the Rune Forge, and then obviously the Legendary Forge afterwards. I've seen a lot of comments from people still confused a little bit about the crafting and upgrading after this update. And some people have actually been pointing out that they don't enjoy the changes. And honestly, I'm the complete opposite way. I absolutely love the changes, and I feel like there's just so much more customizability. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking you through all of that today in case you're still a little confused. Anyway, that's a lot of talking. Let's actually get to it. The first thing that I'm gonna do is grab some sapphire, and I'm also gonna go ahead and grab some gold. And the reason these two resources in particular are important are for this reason right here. If we go ahead and add sapphire as the blade, and then we use gold as the hilt, you'll see that it actually allows you to put 4 different rune slots on it. And to my knowledge, after testing every single resource in the game, this is basically the only way to get 4 rune slots after the update. Not only that, it's the same amount of damage as any of the other resources, so it's not even like you're losing out on anything. Let's go ahead and craft ours. And now that we have this beautiful blue and gold sword, we're gonna take it right over here to our Rune Forge, and we're just gonna go crazy. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is durability. Now let's go ahead and roll and hopefully get lucky. Ooh, we actually got luck. Do I want that? I'm trying to figure out what I actually want. And you know what? I'm actually gonna take luck because it will be really useful with these new mobs. They do drop some useful loot, and yeah, we definitely want as much of that as possible. Obviously, next we're taking damage. And for the last one, let's see what we can get. This is one of the first tools we've ever had where we can actually put 4 unique essences on it. Essences, I actually don't know. It's probably essence, but yeah, who knows? And I'm wondering if it's possible to get destruction on a sword. Oh, wait, it is. Okay, we're gonna do destruction as the last one. And if you're wondering why I chose destruction, it's because you can actually use this to destroy the shards that spawn up in these storm biomes. And yeah, if we enter the Tempest Gateway again and we fight the Storm King, this will definitely be our sword of choice. But we're not done yet, because next we're taking it over to the Legendary Forge, and we went ahead and rifted it. That didn't change it to a legendary item, and if you're wondering why, if we zoom in on the health bar for it, you can see that it's completely depleted. And that's completely normal. Basically, what you have to do after using the Legendary Forge is just simply go out and use the sword. To do an example, I'm not going to kill the sheep. I'm going to go ahead and fight this cursed wolf instead, and as we swing, if you zoom in on the tool itself, you'll see that it's getting this nice little pulse effect every single time I hit something. And just like that, we eliminated the cursed wolf. Basically, what that pulse effect means is that every time you're using the tool, it's actually progressing the rifted state itself. So opening up the tool, you can now see that the bar is just that little bit filled out. You know, we still got a lot of work to do, and it does take a while to get this to transform into a legendary. But spoiler alert, once you fill up the entire bar with usage, it will turn into a legendary tool. And you can go ahead and use this on absolutely anything. So if I just wanted to break down a bunch of wood and bushes and other things like that, it would still count as that progression. So I'm not going to grind all of that out right now. We're going to go back to home base because that would be ridiculous to do. But through the course of this video, we're definitely going to get this thing to legendary, and I'm going to show off all of its power. And while we're not done with all of our tools yet for this video, there's not much more I could do right now, considering I only have 1 rift Rift Crystal, and that's the item that you're gonna need for the Legendary Forge to get these items to Legendary, of course. It costs 3 of them to transform one into a Legendary tool, and only having one means I cannot make a crossbow and upgrade it to get that process started. So basically what that means is that we're set up to do the first task of this video, and that's gonna be, of course, getting some Rift Crystals. Could you have guessed it based off of what I was just talking about? I hope you could have, but anyway, that's what we're doing. We're gonna go ahead and clear our inventory and get started. So let's freaking go. I'm actually so excited to keep grinding this update. It's been so much fun, but let's go find ourselves the storm. And we have finally found ourselves a brand new storm. If I open up my map, you can see that this is an area that I've never even been to before, but honestly, it's absolutely perfect because that means we can just get a ton of resources from here. And if you didn't remember, let's just play with all the brand new tools that I got after defeating the Storm King. And already this pickaxe is just gonna be so much fun to mess with. Let's see what we can do to one of these acolytes though. Okay, we're gonna aim at him, we're gonna throw it, and oh, okay, wait, it only did 7 damage. Let's try it again. Maybe that was just a fluke. One more time, let's see what we can do. Yeah, okay, 7 damage. You know what? I think the sword might be just a little bit better. So I guess we're using the sword, and honestly, that's probably what I should be doing anyway, since I need to get it rifted. We do, of course, have an objective, and it is to get more Rift Crystals. So I think the best way to do that is actually just going to be by going through the entire cave and finding our way to the Thunderlord at the end. We're jumping into this head first, and guys, last time I did one of these, it was an absolute struggle, and I really had to lock in and full focus. So I'm excited to see what the difference will be today with all of the new tools that we have. I feel like it's honestly going to be a walk in the park, but we're going to see momentarily. And these crawlers are usually the ones that are really annoying. So let's see how many shots it'll take to kill one of these. And oh my goodness, just 4. Probably even less if I hit more headshots, but yeah, between all of these things, I have a feeling this is going to be a whole lot easier. And my goodness, we just got 2 Eyes of the Storm from 1 single acolyte. And I'm pretty sure the only reason that happens is because we have luck on this sword. So yeah, once again, it's going to be so nice to have a fully upgraded legendary sword with luck, along with, of course, all those other enchantments as well. But like I said, let's just go ahead and get through a few rounds of this cave. But look at that, 2 Rift Crystals from a single acolyte on the first level of this cave. This is one of the hardest resources to get, to my knowledge. Obviously, besides the things that the Storm King drops. But yeah, really nice to see we got some of those early. Anyway, let's keep it pushing. What in the world was that? Bro, how does that even happen? The guy was like blocked between 2 other rollers and then he hit me twice. What? I literally thought I was invincible and then I just got humbled so hard. Wow, okay. Well, we're back at our base eating pizza and now we no longer have a totem of return, and I'm actually very broke right now and this is all I can afford. So a common totem of return is gonna have to do. Don't judge me. Okay, and between this cut and the last one, I literally just had to run over 5,000 meters because my closest bus station was destroyed. So I'm not gonna make that same mistake again, and we're gonna drop a bus station. But yeah, honestly, the events that just went down are super embarrassing, and don't worry, I'm not gonna die again in this video, I promise you that. And by saying that, I also just put a lot of pressure on myself, so here we go again. Dude, what was that? I know I didn't die, but that was so dumb. I just got blocked in midair. I feel like I've gone through so many layers of this cave. The last one has to be the Thunderlord. It just has to be, right? Here we go. Let's see. And is it? Oh, wait. Defeat the Stormwild Brute duo. Wait, what? There's more to this update than I even knew. Whoa, wait, a brute duo? First off, don't even know what that means. And oh my... Oh, it's literally just actually a duo of brutes. Okay. Super random, and I did not expect that at all. No way that hits. No way that... Okay, yeah. I might have just landed in the best spot ever, to be honest with you. Little pro tip for the people watching. All you gotta do is land on one of these if you get the brutes, and you should be good. I mean, maybe he'll hit me eventually, but for now, we're chilling. Oh my goodness, yeah, there's no way he can even do anything to us. And this brute duo is literally about to make me fall asleep. And you know what? I guess I could stop being lame and actually drop down there, so let's send it. Let me just reload. Here we go. Let's see what we can do. I already hit them quite a bit, so it shouldn't be that hard. But for the final challenge, we got to take down the brute duo. And there's number 1. And I mean, this crossbow just gives them no chance. Like, look at this thing's damage. 38 damage for a headshot, and it shoots, like, instantly. Yep, just like that. After taking down the Storm King, this just feels like light work, if I'm being honest. But just a few more hits, and we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and use the sword just to get it... Back to the Storm Chasers base camp we are. Feels like we were just here, huh? And after a little bit of preparation, we're right back in the thick of it, as our good friend KSI once said. But let's get inside, and hopefully, let's actually finish this thing once and for all. I promise you, after having these tools, I'm making this look a lot harder than it should be. But anyway, it's time to teleport. And now I'm wondering if I'm actually gonna have to redo this fight from scratch, and it looks like I am. Okay, so 2 Stormwild brutes once again. This time we're not gonna make the same mistake, and you know what? We're gonna start the fight by standing up here to see if it works again. And yeah, no, they still can't hit me. That's insane. Okay, so there's 1 down. And he should be pretty close to being eliminated, so let's go ahead and do this. Oh, okay, that did not work. But here we are, we're down on the ground, and we should be able to take him out with our crossbow here, just like that. So we acquired ourselves some brute scales, and wow, we actually got 2 frost brute scales and 2 normal brute scales. What a come up that is. But along with that, we also have a chest. Let's go ahead and open this and see what we get. We're gonna get some rift crystals, which is amazing. We got what looks to be, what is that musket? We also got a sapphire sphere and a storm rune tome. Hopefully this one gives us a level 3 essence, and let's see, it's force 3. Okay, brand new upgrade that we're definitely gonna have to check out. But first, let's collect all of these that I missed. Let's go ahead and get back home. I would say that was successful, even though I died twice. Let's just forget it even happened. And even after all that fighting, one thing you might notice is that my new sword is still not ready to be rifted yet. It looks to be about 75% of the way there, but that's not cutting it. We're gonna put some stuff away, and then we're gonna get right back out there and upgrade this thing fully. And what in the world do we have here? Look at this thing, the Storm Charm. It's our first legendary charm in the game. It gives us +4 hearts and +3 armor, and it looks very similar to the rare one in the fact that it reduces damage taken from storm energy attacks. And you know what? I actually have everything I need in order to build this, including the Shatterhorn fragment, which I believe you get from the Storm King himself. Yeah, I have it right here. So let's go ahead and craft one of those. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our first legendary charm in all of Lego Fortnite Odyssey. And throwing it on, it's actually going to be quite a big difference because we just got 2 more hearts and obviously all of these storm effects. So we can essentially stop all of the damage that we get there. And I mean, our character is just so much more upgraded than we were before the update. We have a mythic cyclone pickaxe. We have the sapphire sword, which I'm actually about to go upgrade right now to legendary. We have the crossbow here. We have our legendary charm, and you guys get the point. We are just up right now. Anyway, time to use up all the rest of the durability on this sword. So let's go ahead and get into that because it might take a minute. And there we go. We just made light work out of a brute. And just a fun little pro tip, if you guys are following along in my footsteps doing the same thing, you can still harvest trees with a sword. And it might end up being helpful for some of you guys as you're trying to chip away at that durability. And oh my goodness, we are getting so close. And it should just be a few more hits. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Oh, look at this sword. No way, bro. Okay, hang on. It's dark outside. We're just gonna sleep in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't really matter. I need to see this thing in the daylight. And for the grand reveal of our brand new legendary sapphire sword, this is what we got. Let's check out the stats and see what it looks like. Okay, so we got quite a bit of damage, good durability, some knockback and speed. One thing I'm unsure about after this update is whether these things last forever or whether they'll break. And as you can see with my crossbow here, it's almost on the brink of breaking. So to myth bust that, we're actually just gonna go ahead and do this live on video. So yeah, we've done enough time lapses in this video, but I'm just gonna shoot this thing until it's about to break, and I'll see you guys when that happens. And oh my goodness, it has more durability than I thought. Okay, this thing should be breaking at any moment now, so let's go ahead and rifle off a few more shots, and we can see what happens when it gets to the end of its health. We'll just shoot a few at this, and any second now. Come on, I actually want this thing to break. And wow, okay, so it does actually fully break. That makes a lot of sense. If they were infinite, it would be very, very overpowered. So there you have it. If you didn't know, all of these legendary tools will end up breaking. Obviously, it does take a long time for them to, but if you're gonna go ahead and use these tools to fight enemies, just be conscious of the fact that they will not regenerate health like the lightsabers or or anything like that. Good to know. Anyway, jumping right back into the grind, as you can see, we crafted ourselves a brand new crossbow. We're using our favorite combo at the moment, which is going to be sapphire with this gold stock. The reason we do that is because this combination allows us, of course, again, to get 4 different rune slots. So let's get right over here to our rune forge and upgrade this bad boy. And the first thing we can see is that force is available now. This is one of the brand new runes, and it says that it increases knockback, which is cool, but definitely not what we really want. We're going to be looking for damage, of course. We'll also go ahead and throw luck on this one so we can get more drops, durability so we can have this for as long as possible, and lastly, we're going to go ahead and throw on destruction 3. That way we can destroy the shards and anything else that we shoot at, and just like that, we have our endgame crossbow. But we're not done there, because obviously there's one more step in the process, which is brand new with the Storm Chasers update. That's going to require us to grab some of these rift crystals that we acquired. We'll go over here to the legendary forge and apply them straight to the sapphire crossbow, and once again, this thing is rifted, which means we just have to use it a bunch, and then eventually it will become legendary, just like this sword. I'm gonna save that for my next video though, and guys, the content is not slowing down anytime soon. There's still so much to discover in the Storm Chasers update. So if you enjoyed this video and you made it all the way until the end, comment cheese and also subscribe if you're somehow not already. I appreciate you guys watching all the way until the end of this one though. This update is so much fun, and yeah, right after this video, I'm gonna start filming my next one, so turn on notifications so you don't miss it. In the next one, just to give you guys a little bit of a flash forward, we're probably gonna be going back here to the Tempest Gateway and encountering the Storm King for a second battle. Obviously, this time around, we have much better tools, weapons, and of course, charms, so we should be pretty solid to go ahead and take him down. And if you didn't know, there's still one secret item that we have not yet gotten our hands on that the Storm King should go ahead and drop randomly. And that second mythic item, aside from the Cyclone Pickaxe, is gonna be the Thunderclap Sword. Very interested to get my hands on that, and we're gonna be grinding for it, so make sure you stay tuned. But that's been the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end. It's been your boy Kaz, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.